Hi, everybody. I'm Brittany Lewis, a breaking news reporter here at Forbes. Joining me once again is Clifford Winston, economist and author of Market Corrections, Not Government Interventions. Clifford, thank you so much for joining me.
Here, appreciate talking about my book.
As the title suggests, your new book argues that market corrections, not government interventions, are the way to improve the economy. And today I really want to take a look back and view that through the lens of President Trump's first year of his second term and how the economy has shaped out since. He graded the economy. He gave the grade of the current state of the economy an A plus. He added 4 extra pluses for emphasis. So to start off the conversation, what say you?
Say plus. Well, look, rather than focus on grades, let's focus on some sort of key descriptions of what's going on. I would say that the economy during the first term, first year, is marked by uncertainty. That's a key part. I mean, we don't know which way things are going. I think self-inflicted wounds. I think we're doing things that hurt ourselves. And at the same time, we have a lot of innovation going on. So it's a sort of exciting time where you have innovation, the market's doing well. We all know that. But there's a lot of uncertainty, obviously, that's coming from the White House in terms of what they're going to do, how they're going to react to everything. And I think just this general fear, which sort of radiates almost everything that the administration does, to sort of find problems and blame people who they should try to work with. And I think those are going to lead to self-inflicted wounds if they haven't already. So I think the grades are sort of miss the picture. There's just a lot of things going on. It's a complex situation with some positives, negatives, but hard to say where we're going to go. That's for sure.
I think you would say that 2 self-inflicted wounds of Trump 2.0 would be tariffs and Doge, and they have both been staples of the first year of President Trump's second term. And I first want to start with tariffs because we have seen a whiplash on tariffs when it comes to his policy over the past year. He's threatened tariffs, started and paused trade wars with allies and adversaries alike. Trump had said the reasoning behind these tariffs are A, that America has been taken advantage of, and this is putting America first, and B, he wants to reprioritize domestic manufacturing. I think you're going to say, though, that tariffs aren't the solution there. Talk to us about it.
Let me start a little bit from the beginning. One of the main points of my book is, and things have changed dramatically in the policy world over the decades that I've been an economist, is to start from the beginning and saying, what are you trying to accomplish in any policy issue, right? I mean, it's very common. I'm sure you talk with people all the time who will say, we ought to do this, we ought to do that. And they never stop and say, before they do that, what are we trying to accomplish, right? And I think that's always been the problem that economists have had with Trump's tariffs. What is he really trying to do? Articulate it. It's a beautiful word. Great. What are you trying to do? Right? They're ripping us off. Okay, bummer. What are you trying to do? Right? Repeatedly. And I think that's still the uncertainty about his tariffs. What are you really trying to accomplish? And people typically will say, well, we want to use tariffs to protect our industries. I mean, I don't think we're at that stage of development anymore where our industries need protection. His argument is we want to increase employment. Sure, but there are many ways domestically you can do that without raising prices on imports, which are paid both by consumers and producers. There's our problem. And I think just something that will come up repeatedly in our discussion about this administration. You don't quite get a sense of what they're trying to do, and and more importantly, you don't get a sense that they've thought through alternatives. Right? That's the key thing about policy. There's always options, but what you want to do is sort of point out why yours is a superior option on efficiency. Certainly economists will talk about that, but you can bring in other things too, politics, redistribution, however you want to do it, but you've got to do it. And I think that's our problem with the administration. There's very little understanding about why we're going where we're going.